Hi everyone, it's your girl LeoSpeaks. Um, Today I just wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been going through, where I've been, how I've been doing, and why I haven't been recording much. So, again, one of the reasons why I came up with LeoSpeaks is because I wanted to be brave and courageous to tell my story. I wanted to speak on all of the things that I've gone through, why I became the way that I became, behavior wise, emotionally, psychologically, and coming into my womanhood, adulthood, and learning a lot about my trauma and the symptoms of trauma and um, everything that comes along with being traumatized or having certain experiences from childhood. I learned so much. And as I've gotten older, I've made conscious effort to change those things about myself. And while learning all of these things, I wanted to be able to share those things with the people that I want to help, right? I feel like a lot of people sometimes feel like if you have a lot going on, if you don't have good mental health, how can you try to help someone else? But that just simply says that if you have goals and if you have dreams and if you have desires, if you have things that you want to do in life, that you shouldn't do them, because if those things that you want to do or that you're so passionate about are the very thing that is the very thing that you need to deal with the issues that you have, they're basically just saying that you have to pick a different profession, or pick a different hobby, or pick a different passion. And I just think that that's so problematic. I think that is so counterproductive to the message of encouraging people to go after their dreams and to do all the things that they want to do, right? That they're so passionate about. And for me, I'm very passionate about helping people. I'm very passionate about helping people understand why they do the things that they do. And I'm passionate about helping people develop coping skills or whatever it is that they need to be able to live an abundant life. And who else better to do that than someone who has gone through those very, those same things. So I hope that makes sense what I was trying to say. But again, it's really just a matter of me experiencing all the things that I've experienced in terms of not having love, losing a mother, not having the support to get me to a place where I'm much more confident, understand what it means to love myself, understand my worth, so that I don't allow people to take advantage of me, right? Those are the things that I have experienced. Those are the things that I've learned from and I'm still learning from. And I want to be able to teach other people. I want to be able to especially reach youth, so that we can deal with these issues before they go into adulthood. And so one of the reasons why I have not been recording is because I just experienced a moment of having to take some time to myself. I had to remove myself from the daily distractions, the hustle and bustle of life, the connection to friends, the need for socializing, and really take a look deeper into myself. And this wasn't even COVID. This, COVID started, and COVID is still running its course. But this was, and it all started from being scammed by people saying that they were from Amazon. And it all started from an incident that happened in December, like right before the new year, where I won't get into too many details about that. Eventually I will. But yeah, so it was the bank situation where I couldn't recover any of the funds that I had lost. I had a huge role to play in why that even happened, because I felt that it was wrong. I felt like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, Amazon wouldn't call me asking me for money. And so I was being hard on myself because I knew something was wrong, but yet I didn't take action. And that triggered me. It was a reminder of all the times where I've allowed something to take place, knowing that something didn't feel right, but I didn't say anything because I was afraid to ruffle any feathers. I was afraid of conflict. I was afraid, someone would be mad at me, or we would no longer be friends, or something like that. So that really triggered those emotions for me. So the incident that happened right before the new year, personal relationships. And I just said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I cannot handle this anymore. I cannot take the abuse. I cannot take the, people constantly taking advantage of me. I cannot take me allowing it, right? And it was more so, I was more so upset at myself for allowing these things to happen, right? And that's where the accountability comes in, right? Who are the parties who are at fault? Is it just the people who are doing what they're doing to you? Is it just the people who are doing something that is causing you to feel some type of way? Or is there something that I could have done better? Is there something that I am doing that I should not be doing? And so I started to reevaluate myself, the way I show up for people, the way people show up for me. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I am no longer going to sit here and allow these things to take place as if I don't know my worth. And that was another thing that I needed to sit down and really work on, is recognizing my worth, recognizing who I am, learning to love myself, really being intentional about loving myself, being intentional about demanding respect, being intentional about putting boundaries in place. And that was another thing that I really wanted to explore, right? Boundaries. What exactly are boundaries, right? And how do you put boundaries in place? What is the effect of putting a boundary in place, right? And so I was doing all of that work, and I'm here to tell you that I'm feeling so much better. I'm feeling so much more empowered, so much more ready to take on any type of relationship, whether it's a professional relationship, whether it's a friendship, an intimate relationship. And I'm ready to show up, number one, very confident in who I am, very confident in my worth and my value, and unafraid to establish those boundaries with whoever. It's not going to be easy, because I still do have those thoughts of wanting to be liked, wanting to be seen as a nice person, and not wanting to be seen as as a bitter woman, or just angry. Because I'm still dealing with the pain that comes from realizing that someone actually is okay with taking advantage of you. Like, someone is okay with lying to you. Someone is okay with seeing you hurt, or just disregarding you and your feelings, right? So those are still some of the things that I'm working on with myself, and getting to a place where regardless of how I put a boundary in place, or regardless of how I show up for myself, or I speak up for myself, that the other person's reaction to me putting a boundary in place has nothing to do with how I live my life for the rest of my life, right? Or how I'm going to react in that moment, right? So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I will be talking more about boundaries. I'll be talking more about taking time for yourself, loving on yourself, recognizing your worth, your beauty, and being okay with being by yourself, being okay knowing that not everyone is for you. And yeah, and just being okay with that, right? It's just it's just a freeing feeling to know that you are living without the distractions of so many people around you, because you feel like you have to have, X number of friends. It's a freeing feeling to be able to know that you don't need that as much as you thought you did, right? So yeah, I hope this helped someone today. I hope you continue to look out for videos from LeoSpeaks, and stay tuned for episode 4, where I'll be talking about my mom and more. Thank you so much. Bye.
Tears in my eyes, and even if I cry today, I've got something to say. I've got something to say, something to say. I've got something to say.
LeoSpeaks.